Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, afternoon, and evening. People from all different time zones logging into our webinar today on the SaaSMAX Productivity Cybersecurity Suite for Microsoft Office 365. I see a lot of attendees are slowly getting in, so just some housekeeping as we get started. Really excited to be here with you today. I'm Laura Stewart, the Director of Online Channel Events for SaaSMAX, former MSP and an iHeartRadio host. So it's always exciting to be here with everybody, getting to see at least myself on video since I can't see all of you yet, but we have people from all over the world. We have amazing presenters today from several different SaaS applications and from D&H, who was one of my distributor partners when I had my multi-state MSP. So I'm excited to be here with you. Last housekeeping tip. Any questions you have, please type them in the question pane, and I will be monitoring that throughout the course of the webinar. We are doing video webinars, as you can see from here, so people will be popping in and out as it is their turn to present. So let's get started and get going with our webinar today. So the agenda today, we're going to start by talking about SaaSMAX and the Productivity and Security Suite for Office 365, and something to note, that all of the applications that we are going to be presenting here today also work without Office 365. So just in case, wanted you to be aware of that. Then we'll have D&H, Ryan Flynn, talking about Office 365 and more and a relationship with them. V2 Cloud Workspaces will present, then SaneBox, Vercom, and then Q&A. So type any questions you have in the question pane and I will be monitoring them. So let's get everybody on video right now. Hopefully this will work beautifully. And let's see the Rogues Gallery. These will be our presenters today. Hey, everybody. We've got just about everybody on video. Yes, there we are. So everybody is here right now. And I'm excited to be here with you guys. And you can drop off video, but wave hi to everybody and let them know you're here. All right, cool, excellent.
Hey.
Hey. All right, so let's get started. Dive right in with Clint Gatewood, the SaaSMAX channel chief. Most of you already know him, but Clint, welcome to the webinar.
Hey, thanks for a great opening and appreciate that. So I'm Clint Gatewood, channel chief here at SaaSMAX. Some of you are partners already. Some of you may not be partners. So we're going to talk a little bit about the SaaSMAX partner journey as we move forward. But it's great to be here with everyone. And all the different vendors, and a lot of them are the owners of those particular companies. And so it's really good to have such a great crew here with us today. And as Laura mentioned, this is all about producing more revenue and driving revenue in and around Microsoft environment with different products. And so a lot of the vendors you can utilize with, or you have O365 from someplace else, but we also have that available for our partners today, and for anyone who wants to make that decision to work with D&H on it, because they have some very unique value propositions in and around that as well. And that's what Ryan's going to be talking about. We can move on, and we'll talk a little about the journey. So a lot of times, partners will ask us, why should I work with you in SaaSMAX? There's a lot of reasons why you should, but it's all about the partner journey. So we work very closely with each one of our partners, and each person that comes on, whether you're an MSSP or an MSP and an SI, a VAR today, we have different ways of working with you and helping you make the most out of the cloud environments, and especially the SaaS world that's out there. So when you first come in, we really learn it really is all about you and understanding what your business is and strategically where you want to go with your business and what your clients are looking for in your client bases, so that we can help you build out the right technology suite for your business. We have a, if you want to call it that, a generic stack of or technology suite in and around O365 with some different products, but it's also about building out your personal SaaS cloud piece and suites that you want to take to your clients. And in doing that, we help you find and recruit the vendors that you want to work with. And make no doubt about it, you're as much recruiting the vendors as they're trying to recruit you. You want to get the right vendor with the right business model that matches how you go to business, how you operate your business and run it, as well as the right financial model. Do they work within how you build a day and how you want to go to market on those pieces? And that they have a world-class channel program. We work very hard and diligently with any vendor that we work with that comes into SaaSMAX to make sure they have a great channel program, that they know how to compensate you and how to work with you and enable you and support you throughout and your client throughout the entire process and life cycle of your life with them, as well as that of your end clients. So we're really tough on those types of pieces to make sure that that's there. And it's all about helping you create MMR, monthly recurring revenue, and more of it. That's where we make our money. That's where our vendors make their money, and all our goals are aligned in that we're all trying to win together as we go to market. And that's what it's all about. And then after the initial engagements and we work through those things, we're always here as your strategic partner, continually looking for more and better products. Not that they're better than these ones, but just more products. Didn't mean it from that perspective, but just always looking for more SaaS vendors that come into SaaSMAX to help you continue to grow your business, and we introduce them to you. So as a reseller with us, we just don't give out your information. We make sure that you want to meet with someone and one of our vendors before before we introduce you. So into the productivity and cyber suite for O365, you're going to see some great products here today that we have that have great alignment around being deployed with or sold right alongside your O365 or other Microsoft pieces that you may be doing. It's really designed to drive those profits and drive margins and brings a lot more profitability back into your business and around that ecosystem. It's also designed to, it's all about sales motion. We understand here at SaaSMAX that a lot of you out there, a lot of partners out there in the channel, you just can't bring on 5, 6, 8, 10 vendors and expect to do well with them. It's hard to do 8 new sales motions all at one point. And that's really where we're here to help you with that and bring in these different technology suites so that in a single sales motion, you can expose your clients to and sell multiple vendors across multiple sectors. D&H is a great add-on with us with all things Microsoft, and the other vendors you'll see have fantastic products that our channel is doing really well with today, and you will as well. And then the last piece to it, how this brings us all together and how it helps with one single sales motion, is we've launched our channel white label web stores. So we're onboarding partners right now onto our white label web stores, which gives you the ability to come in and say, hey, I want to work with all these particular vendors. We work through that process with you, and we give you a white labeled web store. It looks like your store. It looks like an extension of your website with all those products on there that you can market that web store out in a single sales motion to your clients. So some really great things happening here at SaaSMAX, and reasons why you should work with us if you're not working with us today. And if you're one of our solution providers that hasn't talked to us in a while, please, let's get back involved. Let's get things moving. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ryan Flynn. He's the Senior Sales Cloud Manager at D&H. I've had a long relationship with Ryan. We both worked at a company called Zenith Infotech, which became Continuum. And so we have a great relationship there and expanding on it here in D&H. So Ryan, it's going to be your show for the next 10, 15 minutes. Bud.
Sounds good. Thanks, Clint.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I'm Ryan Flynn. I'm the Senior Sales Manager for Cloud and Application at D&H. I basically manage the sales team, the reps that you would be assigned to who are going to work with you on a continuing basis to build out your cloud practice with Office 365 or some of our other solutions that we provide. So we go next slide if you want to. So D&H is your Microsoft Cloud Service Provider. So there's different flavors, I guess, of Microsoft Cloud Service Providers today. You can go through a distributor, you can go direct CSP, or you can buy just, direct, have your customer buy direct from Microsoft. What are the advantages of doing it through D&H? Well, we do offer a unified cloud platform. So we currently have our Odom platform, which has all of our SKU-based Office 365 SKUs that are based in there, plus all of our other solutions that we provide that we'll go through later on in a little bit in our slide deck. So it's really a one-stop shop that you're able to go in and pull all of your SKUs, do all of your reporting from, and everything that you need to do is available within that portal. So we offer 24/7 American-based customer support for our platform. We have Office 365 deployment and migration resources available. We utilize a third-party solution called Plum Choice. What they allow you to do is they can go in and be able to do the migration for you, do all of the setup for you from the Microsoft standpoint. This still has some setup you'll have to do within the Odin platform to request your licenses, but overall they can kind of take that burden off your hands. So we a lot of times we see about a couple different types of MSPs or VARs out there that some of them want to do all of the integration, some of them want to have all the control, all they want is the license, and then they want to take over. And then we have the other type of guys that just want to go out and sell it and not have to do all the work. So we try to give solutions based off of the different types of VARs that we see and the different needs that they need. So that's where we come in with the Office 365 deployment migration resources. We also offer like exclusive bundle offers. So we have Office 365, and then we have BitTitan, which is our migration tool that you can use and purchase through our SKU through Odin and use it for the migration. So we look to create exclusive bundles that go within vertical stacks. So we want to have products based around Office 365. We want to have products based around what you as the MSP may need to internally work. So we're working through the process now of getting those stacks built out. We kind of pretty much have it done for Office 365 now. So we have a backup solution, we have a migration solution, and then that's where SaaSMAX comes into play. So, based off of those stacks of Office 365, how do we add more revenue streams to be able to add more revenue? We have a certain finite number of revenue that we can gain from Office 365, but if we bundle these 2 or 3 other products, then we can also increase our overall revenue, which is the goal for everybody, I think, out there. So those exclusive bundle offers, we do have those available now for Office 365, and we are building them out for the other solutions. So those will be a good look to come. We also have easy setup. The setup process is fairly straightforward. You just have to put your customer information number, set up your Microsoft account, and then you can go in and start requesting your licenses. Mind you, this is all white glove supported for you. You'll have a rep that's assigned to you. I don't care if you have 1 license, 2 license, or 1,500 license. We support you no matter what. So we pride ourselves at D&H on helping you grow and giving you the service that you need in order to grow out your business. So the more you grow, the more we grow. So fully integrated selling platform, so you can obviously manage, deploy applications from a single screen. We try to do single pane of glass. I mean, there's obviously going to be clicks here and there that you'll have to make and some information you'll have to enter in. So we'll have invoice and billing, order workflow tools that are available to you, and a growing catalog. So it's not just about Office 365, it's about all of the cloud solutions that we can provide to you. And one of the things that we do is we have a cloud roundtable that's available where we bring in a select number of partners every year and just say, hey, are the solutions that we're providing you the solutions you need? Are they the ones that you want to sell? What do you want to see us bring on that you may be selling already, but you're not getting as high as margin if you bought it through D&H? So we really try to grow that catalog out and make sure that the solutions that we're going through are fully vetted in the products that you guys need. Do you want to go next slide? All right, so D&H white glove service. This is where we shine. I mean, this is what I believe is our claim to fame at D&H. Over some of the other big distributors. Like I said before, I don't care if you have 1 license or if you have 20,000 licenses. I want you to be treated the same way. So VARs are able to utilize the rep as an extension of their sales force. This is what I seriously mean. As their manager, you should be able to put these guys on phone calls with your customers, and they should be able to answer the questions that you guys need answered, to sell the product. We want you to be able to utilize your salesperson at D&H as an extension of your sales force. So the rep can be available to you for a sales call. They can be white labeled as you. You can say, hey, talk to my cloud rep specialist, within my company, and they can go ahead and do that for you. On the flip side, we also have tech sources available to you from internally with D&H and also from Microsoft. Your rep will be able to look at the situation, look at the sales point, and say, all right, I need to bring in Matt, our technical lead for Azure, or a technical lead for Office 365, or it might be something where we need Microsoft to do a full-on demo of a product, and we can coordinate that with them. So we're able to assist you in that process. We have the resources available to us that might not be available to you buying direct or going through another distributor. We also, oh, sorry, can you go back? Sorry. The reps are also trained to assist you with quote, project plans, RFP assistance. I know sometimes, you get an RFP and you're like, all right, I don't know how to quote this out. I don't know how to do that. We do handle that from a cloud standpoint and also from a direct licensing standpoint. So if you are still selling hardware, then we can assist you with that too from Microsoft licensing, Open, SPLA, however you're doing it today. And then also we can be utilized for ongoing training on the portal and the different products. So we try, Matt does a very good job of doing a webinar on a usual basis on what's new, what's upcoming, what's coming out, so we can keep you in the forefront of the knowledge of Office 365, because they add a lot of products, at a lot of times. And then the reps are trained to assist, like with all of the different training, the portal, anything that you need, your reps are available there for you. All right, so the D&H SMB marketplace. So basically what we tried to do is we tailored products for the SMB. I've been at D&H for about almost a year now, and I came from a VAR, and I managed VARs for the past 9 years from a sales standpoint. So I do believe that some of the products that we have are really geared towards the SMB market space, and that's where we're looking to grow out. So we fully vet all of our solutions before we make them available. We make sure that they're going to be a right fit. They make sure that you guys can actually go out and sell the products. If we put something on there that's for mid-market or enterprise, it's not going to make sense. So we have to make sure that we're getting the products available to you that it fits your marketplace. We're constantly looking for new solutions to bring to the VAR marketplace that we can sell into SMB. We're looking at phone solutions, we're looking at backup solutions, we're looking at all different types of solutions that's either linked back to Office 365 or a standalone product. We can really, we don't have to be pigeonholed into anything as far as a cloud solution. So if it's something that we see that VARs are in need of to sell in their marketplace, we can add that solution in, and we get a little more margin based because of the large volume that we're doing. We also offer full support services for marketing in the vendor marketplace, so we can get you some marketing material. We work closely with Microsoft about updates and the new things and the support, all of that stuff, and usually they're tied into back-end dollars, so you can always have that information available to you. And obviously we always look for high margin solutions and complementary products, so we all through Office 365 and all of our other products, we try to get you the most money and most bang for your buck. Diversifying the offering with D&H. So this is what I was talking about before. So we're looking to bring new solutions to existing customers. The overall goal here, I know from a VAR standpoint that my goal was I want to sell more solutions, make more monthly recurring revenue, and not have to hire anyone. I mean, that's really where the hardest part is, I think, is adding on headcount, adding on salespeople. So what can we do to add monthly recurring revenue without having, adding that personal head? And then having all the other, monetary value that has to go along with it. That's where I see SaaSMAX as a great player as far as adding monthly recurring revenue for just solutions that you need to sell. So we're looking kind of to add products as well. So the ones that we're really looking into, I would say, are VoIP. So right now we have Intermedia. Intermedia is a great product as far as VoIP is concerned, the control, all the feature set. So that's our current VoIP offering we have, and we're looking at adding a few more possibly in the near future to be able to supply you guys with different VoIP. You guys are out there your customers are buying phones from someone, why they should be buying from you. So that's how we look at that. Azure is consumption based, so it gets a little confusing as far as how to configure it. So we do, Matt is our technical resource for Azure. He's available here to help you with quoting, figuring out what your consumption base could possibly be. We're also in talks with some other providers that will do the assessment for you. They'll do the migration for you, and they'll do train the trainer for you. So they'll migrate it and teach you how to do it. So we're looking at Azure as a new way to bring in and monthly recurring revenue without having to have infrastructure. A lot of MSPs out there have that stack in their office. They're selling, hosted servers based off of DCO on their hardware. We want to convert that over to Azure, make it profitable for you, and make it really make sense for your customers. Bandwidth providers, some of you guys out there are probably selling bandwidth, POTS lines, whatever you guys are selling, we're looking at possibly bringing that on board as well. Hosted infrastructure, same thing, we do that through Azure, but we want to start looking at packaging Azure. So maybe we come up with a different solution where we do M365, hosted AD, and then we add in remote desktop through Azure with Citrix. So what we want to do is, how can we easily convert hosted infrastructure, on-site infrastructure to hosted infrastructure, make it make sense, make it easily saleable, and be able to almost skew it up, and you guys can go out and sell it. Overall, our goal is to grow, as I said before, monthly recurring revenue, minimal headcount add, and cloud solutions really support that type of growth. We also, at D&H, have started a services solution. So this is a little bit different, I would say, than some of the other disties out there, where we're starting to get more into what do you guys need as far as services. Now, we know, today it's very hard. If you need a CCNA, you're going to have to pay a high amount of dollar for that person to come and work for you. So what solutions can we do? We can look at doing a professional service that is provided to you, which has the network availability for the people on there. So maybe it's something where we're talking about monitoring, we're talking about management, we're talking about installation. There's a solution that we have in place that is able to provide you with that ability. So if it's something that you come up against where you say, I don't have the manpower to do that, or that's not something we typically do. It could even be wiring. We have guys that go out and do wiring for you. So don't pass up on an opportunity because it's something you don't currently do. Let us help you and bring that service in-house and let you make some money on it. Even if you're not doing any of the work, you're facilitating the deal, you get paid on it. So I think that's a very big thing that's starting to come up from a lot of VARs and MSPs as they grow, as their customers get bigger, the needs of them get bigger, but in order to make the larger deal, we can help you with that. We have a lot of different diversified support services that you can lean on to be able to get into the big game. You want to go next slide? All right, so D&H and Microsoft. How we handle Microsoft is currently we have a tiered system. So the more seats you add, the better deal you basically get. But on average, we're anywhere between 10 to 18% of is what you're paid back on. So currently, we have rebates available. These just came out in January. There's an accelerator structure that remains the same as it was in H1. You get payment on 15% of annuity sales of one, and 30% on threshold 2. They still remain in here. Is you're going to get 15% extra on any net new service you add. So not only are you going to get, say, your 15 to 18% that you get normally, they're going to tack on another 15% for the year. So you're going to get 30% back that initial year. That's key. I mean, any net new you add, you guys might be at the forefront where you're not even selling any type of Office 365 now. You're going to make double the amount of your current profit in that first year. So I can't emphasize that enough, but make sure if you're getting the Office 365 game, you're utilizing this through your CSP connection and through the distributor that you choose. Hopefully it's D&H to sell your Office 365. The other things that we have coming on, the CSP Accelerator, the rates are effective January 1st. M365 pays 12% on all revenue. If you guys haven't had a demo of M365 yet, it's awesome. I mean, the price from E3 to M365 is almost nil or minimal, and the different control you get, the different security you get, it's just such a better product that should be what you're leading with. I mean, the M365 product is overall above and beyond what Office 365 can do as far as security based monitoring. So they're obviously pushing it and offering a bigger percentage rate, obviously. And then Office 365 E3 pays 7% on new CSP tenants for 12 months. So anything that you're bringing on Office 365 E3, which is pretty much their standard product. I mean, when you're out there selling it, you know, there's hosted exchange. E3 gets you the downloadable version of Office, which most people need and want. So that's the one we sell most of is E3. So it's good that they are going to give you 7% back on top of your current margin that you're going to make for the first 12 months. All right, services for Office 365 and Azure. So some of the different things we have for services as far as Office 365 and Azure is onboarding and migration services. I talked about this already. You can go out and sell it and forget it if you want. We also do Office 365 CSP support, tier 1 through 3, 24/7 on demand. That is an additional cost. The onboarding and migration service is also additional cost. We do offer you basic support included with your licensing. So it's a mandate by Microsoft that all CSPs provide this support to anyone purchasing the license through them. So we offer you that support for no charge. If you want to upgrade it to, you know, a 24/7 live on-demand support, and you can manage it however you want. If you want to be able to manage it and have your customer call you and you call into the support, you can do that. You can have your customer call directly into support. It's really however you want to do it, we can make it work. So I do often say utilize this service. You know, it's easy, it's cheap, and you can really base a lot of value off of it. And then the Azure IaaS support, we have 2 levels of support available for that, 24/7 based again on demand. So we're able to support your Azure instance and Azure marketplace that you're currently selling out of and hosting on a 24/7 support, you know, availability to you. All right, so for D&H, for all your CSP needs, our growing portfolio of key offerings include Microsoft, Office 365, obviously Azure, open licensing. We have Dropsuite. Dropsuite is a great product that does backup of the Microsoft Office 365 suite. As a lot of you know, Microsoft Office 365, people think it's backup. It's really not. You can buy an add-on archiving option through Microsoft, but Dropsuite gives you a very granular, think of a BDR kind of type solution for Office 365. Plum Choice, they're the ones that offer the support that we just previously talked about. So Plum Choice is our vendor that would be handling the support that's included, the 24/7 support for Office 365 and the 24/7 support for Azure. Dropbox Business just came on about 2 weeks ago. There's so many different features that are available to it. A lot of people out there are on Dropbox. The cool thing about Dropbox Business that I think is you can use they'll work with you and take your current base of customers. You can give them their domains. They'll scan those domains and see who's using the Dropbox free, and then you can go in and sell them Dropbox Business. So basically, they're going to give you a lead list that you can go in and sell Dropbox through. ESET should be available next week. We'll probably be having some marketing material go out this week. Most of you know what ESET is out there in the marketplace. You know, it's antivirus, much more robust security solutions. So that will be available next week. Nimble, we actually did a Nimble webinar last week. If you're interested in Nimble, it's an amazing product. I mean, for anyone out there that is currently selling, they have a sales force or they have a single sales guy, you should get Nimble for yourself. I mean, the amount of drill down that you can do and information you can find on the people that you have in your pipeline is just insane. So I would check out Nimble, even for yourself, but it's also a great product that you can sell out there. I mean, it's a very lightweight CRM Outlook based that you can easily sell for anyone out there that you're selling to that doesn't have a CRM and may have a need of it. Intermedia is our phone solution, VoIP phone solution. It's a fully hosted cloud solution that you can, multi-tenant, you can sell multi-locations, you can do all kinds of different things through Intermedia. We also have demos that are available through that. And lastly is BitTitan, who we do for our migration for Office 365. And thank you guys. I will be available for questions later.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Appreciate your time. Appreciate everything. So, as you know, we have a great relationship with D&H, and as we move forward, we're working with them, and they have some products. We have some products as well. that really work well in combining everything together and bringing out some great suites. So it's a great relationship, and we're moving on to V2 Cloud here, Emmanuel. So hey, Emmanuel, good to see you, and happy to have you here.
Hey, Clint.
And I'm going to let Emmanuel cover what
Thank you.
V2 Cloud does and how it ties into O365. Our partner base is really excited about this product, and Emmanuel's going to tell you why.
Absolutely. So V2 Cloud offers a fully managed cloud desktops and servers for small businesses to basically access their data and business applications from anywhere on any device that has an internet access and a web browser. So we all know that Office 365 is a great product, but it has some gaps in it that can be filled by simply bundling it with a cloud-hosted desktop. And here are some of the gaps in Office 365. The number one is the partial remote access. This is because some plans of Office 365 can only, includes installed applications, and these applications can only be accessed from computers where they are locally installed on. And the number two gap is that using Office 365 alone means that your clients will need servers on premise to run other business applications that are not included in the Microsoft Suite. So the big question now is, how can you offer your clients full access to Office 365 from any location on any device, while at the same time eliminating the need for servers on premise? And here's how V2 Cloud can help you. And other business applications on V2 Cloud centralizes the entire IT infrastructure of your clients in the cloud, making them easily accessible for them. One second.
Hey, Emmanuel, this is Laura. We're getting some blips. Why don't you drop off?
Can you hear me? My connection dropped.
Yeah. Why don't you drop off video and let's just do audio? Emmanuel, are you there? Okay. Emmanuel, are you there? You look frozen. Okay, so while we're... Great. Okay, why don't you drop off your videos since there's some bandwidth issues, and let's just have you on audio. All right, while we were trying to get...
Yeah, Emmanuel, we'll have to come back to you, Emmanuel. So let's move on and go on to the next one. Emmanuel, we can bring you back up towards the end if you can maybe log back in, maybe your cache or something that you screwed up.
Okay. Go over to SaaS.
But V2 Cloud, it really is a great product. Hopefully we can get Emmanuel back on to talk about it. Our partners are doing really well with it. It's very fast when you look at the different workspaces or desktops, virtual desktops out there and workspaces for your clients. It's very good in the HIPAA piece. It's HIPAA compliant. It's got PCI compliance and runs on a very high speed data center. So the response is really, really good. And so you're going to want to look at that in case we can't get back to Emmanuel. So just let us know here at SaaSMAX. We'll be in touch with you and can get you in touch with them. Okay, so on to Dimitri. So Dimitri, one of my favorite products, not the ones are favorite, but I use this one on a daily basis to manage my email. It's fantastic. It's made me not necessarily love my email, but it makes it tolerable in the morning. So it's really helped out with me, as well as a lot of the fun stuff and very, very good productivity pieces throughout the day that you can utilize for following up with people that haven't responded to you. I'm not trying to steal your thunder, but I just really, really am bullish on this product, Dimitri. So
please keep going. This is great.
And if nothing else out there, everyone, you can get in touch with us, and we'll get you a free trial as well, because you've got to try it. I mean, you really, really, really have to try it. So, but Dimitri, go ahead. I'll let you move forward.
Thank you, but I don't know if I can top that. Thank you, Clint. So yeah, so we're SaneBox. We started the company 7 years ago, and back then we set out to build an AI solution for email that helps you do anything, anything in email. Can we go to the next slide, please, Laura? Thank you. So the way you can think about SaneBox is we do lots of stuff, and we'll cover some of it. But in a nutshell, before SaneBox, you have all of this noise in your email. With SaneBox, you just have the important stuff, and everything else is moved into a separate folder where you can easily process it at your leisure. Next slide, please. So the best thing about it is the metrics. So again, we've been in business for 7 years, and we sell it up until very recently. We've been selling it directly to consumers, and users that are signing up on their Office 365 account for a free trial, for a free 2-week trial, 43% of them end up paying us $100 after the 2 weeks. And once they pay us, they are very unlikely to churn. So this is a great product for anybody with Office 365. And really what we say is, I can go into great depth about all of our features and the filtering, the unsubscribe, the snoozing, the reply tracking, all kinds of automation. But really that conversion rate speaks for itself. And so what we tell all of our partners is, hey, just send the link to your personal we'll create a personal reseller link for you, through SaaSMAX. And anybody who lands on the link will get a free trial. And then if they decide to stick around after the trial, you can bill them, and we'll help you do that as well.
I just add here, Dimitri, too, on O365, as we've talked about in the past, there's a follow-up feature here, everyone, that's fantastic. That in your BCC, when you're sending someone an email, you can put in whatever you want, but like say a 3-day follow-up at SaneBox. In 3 days, if that person that responded to you, it comes back up, reminds you to follow them up. If people use that, you've told me that 43% goes up to like 63%.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you try at least one of those reminders, it goes up to 64%.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a product it's easy to get your clients to get started with. It's a product that you can make some really good money on as well. And as we go through all these different products, when you look at like SaneBox, and we get back to a manual here after VeerCom, we'll go back up to a manual. But as you look at all these different products, if you've got 300, 400, 500 licenses out there, and you're able to add another $8 a seat out there with these types of suites, that really makes a difference in your business. And this is one of them that does that. So didn't mean to break you up there, but I just wanted to bring it. I just love that feature. They use it all the time. So
perfect. I was actually down, so thank you, Clint. That was perfect.
Oh, you're done. Well, yeah. That's fast. So yeah, no, but it's a good product. I mean, it's really good across any vertical. I mean, I know I've been on some calls with you with different solution providers that we've brought to the table for SaneBox, and they're starting to do really well with the product. But again, it's one of those products that you can go after your current client base right away with it, get them to try a free trial. And for new clients, as you're marketing this, if you market this product on its own app to them, they can sign up for a free trial. You have a back end where you can see all the people that signed up with a free trial for you. You can then call them and say, hey, after a couple of days, you can see what they're doing. You can see which features they're using. So then you can call them up and say, hey, you got this free license from me. You're trying out SaneBox. What are you thinking of it? Hey, have you tried the follow-up piece? Again, if you push one of that follow-up piece, you have a 21% higher conversion rate. So it's worth your time, and you don't have to put, whoever said that build it, they will come was never a business owner. So I'm not going to tell you there's no effort into it. You just don't build something and people buy it. But you still have to put a little bit of effort into it. But the effort and the sales motion you have to put into it is, it's really good. So.
Yeah, thank you. That's perfect. Yeah, and actually, now that you mentioned, I'll just cover one more thing. The way it works is it's basically just there's nothing to install. Your customers will continue using Office 365 or any other email that they're using. And all that will happen is we'll just add a couple of folders into their email. So it works anywhere you do your email, on any email client, any device. With nothing to install. It kind of integrates very seamlessly into their existing workflow. And one other thing I want to add, Clint, so we also have a free trial for any of SaaSMAX partners. So if you want to try it yourself before sharing it with your customers, Clint can send you a link.
We'll get that link out to you. We'll send out a link to everyone that's on here and give it a whirl. Go from there. I use it on Google Mail. I use Google Mail here at work, and it works really well there. So it's not just O365. So if you're working in the whole Google area, if someone has a legacy or some other type of email server out there, it'll work with that too.
Yeah.
So it's a good product. So we'll move on to Veercom. Thanks, Dimitri. I appreciate it. So another product I really like and our partners are loving as well is Veercom with their Modus Cloud product. It's not a product that I've set up yet for myself to use, but I'm sure I'm going to love it just as much as I do SaneBox. Maybe these two coupled together are really going to make me love whatever email that I use. But Nadav, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Clint. So Veercom, we've been around for a very long time, been around since '94, and really focused on email for the last 20 years or so. And as email has evolved, largely because of Office 365 and other cloud services, we've evolved our business too. One of the big things that we've seen is just a consolidation in the market when it comes to email. Our product for the last many years has been basically an on-premise gateway that you have to install in your data center or your customer has to install on their data center, and it just did email filtering. Well, with the shift to cloud and with Office 365, what we're seeing is that customers want to buy more things around email from fewer people. Partners, MSPs, VARs want to sell more things from fewer people. And so Modus Cloud allows you to offer really anything that touches email from one platform. Set up your customers and you can provide them email filtering, advanced threat protection, continuity, encryption, and archiving. Added to an Office 365, a G Suite, an Exchange, whatever the mail environment is, and you can increase your MRR, provide better security to the customer. Around advanced threat protection, we're doing things like sandboxing of both the URLs and the attachments. We're scanning them at the time that they're clicked as opposed to just when the message is received. And this has all been driven by a couple big market changes. One is just the industry changing, everything moving to the cloud, people wanting to buy more things from fewer people, but also the threat landscape has changed. It's not about stopping spam. It's not about blocking, the pornographic emails or the casino emails or the pharmaceutical spam. That still today make up 80% of all SMTP traffic. You just don't see it because just about everybody does a good job at stopping it. The threats on email are things like social engineering attacks, phishing attacks, or just spoofing attacks. And we have a number of different ways to protect your users. And really, the way we see it is we help your customers maximize their investment in Office 365, and we allow you as partners to maximize both your MRR and more importantly, your gross profit from selling these cloud services. And so email archiving ensures that the customers have a backup of all of their email, all of the attachments for at least 10 years, stored in the cloud, stored securely in a way that they can access them very easily. They can do e-discovery. They can recover them either through some global search, or even if it's just some sales rep that wants to find a contract from a client that signed 5 years ago, it's very easy for the end user to go and search and recover that one message. Encryption ensures that any compliance-focused organization can ensure that any content that might be sensitive, be it credit card info, PHI info, or ITAR info, anything else that they need to ensure compliancy goes out securely in a way that they can prove is protected, in a way that ensures that no data is lost out of the organization. Continuity is an important one, especially as we move to Office 365 from Exchange on-premise. A lot of customers are concerned about, well, once the server is out of my data center, what happens if it goes down? And Microsoft has a very good SLA, but as we saw just in the last couple of weeks, occasionally things do happen. So ensuring that the customer can still continue to work, even if email is down, through Modus Cloud's email continuity is a very big pull. And then everything around advanced threat protection, like I discussed before. Next slide, please. So this is just one example of the things that we see specifically with Office 365. They kind of have a couple different versions of their email protection, their EOP or Exchange Online Protection, which comes from predominantly an acquisition they made many years ago, and then now also their ATP product, which is an add-on for E3 or anything except for E5. One of the things that we've seen from many customers on Office 365, regardless of which package it is, with respect to things that challenges that they've been having, is phishing emails that are coming from other Office 365 accounts. And this is basically what that would look like, is the email address right there, the from address, is another compromised Office 365 account. It's not, somebody who's being spoofed. It's somebody whose credentials have been compromised and are then being used to launch phishing attacks to other Office 365 accounts. We've got plenty of evidence to back it up. These attacks that are coming from one Office 365 tenant to another are probably one of the most impactful things we've seen, not specific only to Office 365, but this is where we feel that we add a tremendous amount of incremental protection and value to the end customer. Next slide, please. So one of the things that I want to just make clear is, Vericom, we've been around for a very long time. We have developers, even on our support team, engineers that have been with us for 10, 15, 20 years, people who really understand email. Even on the sales side are probably one of the most technical sales reps or technical partner reps that you've dealt with before. We understand email. Cybersecurity knowledge has huge gaps. When it comes to email security, where it's an even nicher area within cybersecurity, if you're running an MSP, if you're running a VAR, you probably don't have somebody on the bench who's an expert at email. Let us be that expert for you. Let us be the expert with respect to any issues, with respect to any of the sales process. And these are just a couple examples from some of our partners. We've been very partner focused for nearly the entirety of our business. More than 70% of our revenue for basically the last 20 years has been indirect, either from a reseller selling it to another customer or some service provider acquiring it for ultimately their customers' use. One of the big changes that I want to just point out that we've seen as customers move from Exchange on-premises to Exchange online is that it's that thought that once you move your Exchange server to Microsoft servers, that Microsoft will handle all of the security. You don't need any additional security. And oftentimes that leads to basically what Walter says right at the very end, which is that when customers leave our services, they typically come back 3 months later. We see that happen all the time. Customers move from Exchange on-premise to hosted Exchange, and they kind of try out Microsoft on its own. And oftentimes we see within many cases 3 or even 3 months or 6 months, they end up coming back to us. But ultimately what I want to stress is, we've got a ton of collateral to enable our partners. We've got 2 different partner tracks, whether you want to sell this as a managed service and manage everything for your customers, or you just want to resell it and have us deal with the implementation, have us do all of the support. We're here to support you and help you grow your business.
Great, thanks. And our partners are loving it. We've got a lot of partners that we've introduced them to. They're picking the product up. They like it. One of the things we like about it too is it's not just email filtering and the anti-phishing pieces. It's more of a little bit of a platform for you that provides end-to-end email security as well as your continuity and retention policies that you have out there for your different signed clients. So it's a really great product that you can monetize in several different ways within your solutions and within the services that you're providing. So great product. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Okay, back on to V2 Cloud. Emmanuel, we'll start with the next slide. Let's go on down to the next slide. Emmanuel, are you there? Are you able to talk now?
Yes, I'm back. I'm sorry I had some technical issues, but I think I fixed it. So
hey,
what I'll be doing.
Let's move forward.
Yeah. So I'll be doing it without the video just so that we don't experience the same problem. So I was talking about some of the gaps in Office 365 that V2 Cloud can actually help you as a reseller feel. And one of the gaps is a partial remote access. This is because some plans of Office 365 includes desktop installed applications, and these apps can only be accessed from the computers where they are locally installed. And secondly, using Office 365 alone means that your clients will need servers on premise to run other business applications that are not included in that Microsoft suite. So the main question now facing us is, how can you offer your clients full access to Office 365 from any location on any device, while at the same time eliminating the need for an on-premise server? And here is how V2 Cloud can help you do that. By installing your Office 365 and business applications on V2 Cloud workspaces, it centralizes the entire IT infrastructure, thereby making it easily and securely accessible for your clients from any location without the need for a VPN software. So with V2 Cloud, there is no need for your clients to maintain servers on premise. This is because everything is securely hosted and runs on V2 Cloud's workspaces. And in addition to that, V2 Cloud's implementation also adds a disaster recovery plan to the entire IT setup for your clients. So what about the security? The V2 Cloud's client adds a security layer to your client's IT by hosting all the data in a secure data center location that uses enterprise-grade security protocols. And all the connections between the local devices and the cloud environments are encrypted. V2 Cloud is also tightly integrated with Microsoft Azure, and your clients can use the same Active Directory credentials that you created for them to access the private cloud environment that is hosted on V2 Cloud. So why resell Office 365 with V2 Cloud? What is in it for you as a reseller? You can actually resell Office 365 more profitably with V2 Cloud by leveraging our partner program. This will allow you to increase your recurring monthly revenue without any initial investment whatsoever. And it will also enable you to build a stronger customer relationships with your clients by providing to them a one-stop solution. And you will also get free marketing, sales, support, and other assistance that you will need to start selling immediately. So in conclusion, you can become the go-to person for all your clients' IT problems by simply centralizing their entire IT infrastructure on V2 Cloud. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. So we're going to bring everybody up on video except Emmanuel, or if anyone else is having trouble with that, we're going to go to questions and answers. One quick question that a lot of people ask us is, what is the relationship between Ryan and me for D&H and SaaSMAX? It can be a little confusing. They're like, oh, aren't you crossing over, or do I need both of you? We took a hard look at D&H. They took a hard look at us, and it's really a great symbiotic relationship in how we work together, where D&H has the Microsoft relationships and the CSP and some of the other bigger vendors out there like BitTitan and pieces, and they also can bring in those types of services that you need in and around Azure and around some of the other pieces to help you out there in the marketplace. And then they look to us as SaaSMAX. We look at them for those pieces, and they look at us to, we don't do just IT pieces. We have great pieces that fit in around Microsoft Office and other pieces to help you round out your portfolios. But we also are into a lot of AI products. Not that D&H doesn't have some, but we have some great AI products, like SameBox is an AI product. So we have AI products, we have some financial products, all SaaS type. Everything SaaS that you're looking for, we can help you find that. We actually go out and we'll help you locate something if we don't. So there's a bigger breadth of what we work on when it comes to SaaS than, say, a D&H does today. Ryan, did you want to maybe add to that, or you're on mute, or we can't hear you? Turn your video on, didn't turn your audio.
So yeah, what we looked at, as far from a D&H standpoint, is we currently bring on solutions from a distribution standpoint, and what we do and where we saw the value add of having SaaSMAX as a partner was really it became a vertical centric marketplace for our partners as well as SaaSMAX partners to be able to go and sell new solutions. So what is a value added reseller? you add value to your customers, right? So what does SaaSMAX bring to that? They allow you to be vertical centric. If you have people in manufacturing, you have people in healthcare, you can drill down vertically and bring them these new solutions that they might not know about. And that's what the next phase of customer is looking for. They're not looking for you to come in and say, hey, you need a domain controller or a file share and some of the other things that you're probably selling now. They're looking for you to come in and make a difference in their business. And that's what we looked at with SaaSMAX, is being able to bring to the customer base and bring to the VAR space that we work within.
Exactly. A lot of SaaS applications out there aren't just vertical specific; they're very niche vertical specific. And so that's a big value that we bring. We see these on a daily basis. We talk to 4, 5, 10 different SaaS vendors a day. So there's a lot of different options out there. But let's get on to questions. So I just wanted to kind of clarify that to everybody. So it's a great symbiotic relationship. If you're working with one, you really should be working with the other, and that's the whole point. So back to you, Laura, on questions that we may have.
Okay, and we have a quick plug from a partner of V2 Cloud. They typed something in the question plane. They said, a quick plug for V2 Cloud. I had an account set up for in-house use as well as for demo. I've tested for use with desktop, tablet, laptop, and Android. Works fast and great connection. So that's always nice to hear from our partners as to what their actual relationships are when they've actually started rolling things out. Okay. One of the other questions we have here are the IT services monitoring offered white labeled, Ryan?
Yes, we can offer white labeled solutions as well as non-white labeled solutions. We can do it where we do the monitoring for you and remediation for you, or just alerting you on it. So there's different packages that are available through our services department. And if you need any information, you can actually go on dnh.com and click into our offerings and services, and you can see the whole list there. And if you reach out to me personally, I can get you connected with the team over there as well.
So is one of the options that they'll answer the phone with the company's name?
Yes. Yeah, we'll answer it on the behalf of them with the customer's name.
Okay, because somebody had a second question, very, very specific on that one. Okay. Another question. Not everyone wants to use Office 365. Now, we've talked about this throughout, but in terms of working with D&H and working with Vercom, V2 Cloud, and SaneBox, are there any platforms that you're not working and available to work with?
As far as through D&H, you can work with any platform. So if you're signed up, we call it CSP through D&H, but if you want to sign up with us and buy your Office 365 licenses, direct, or if you're working direct already, you could still sell all of our other products. So you could sell anything that we currently offer. I guess if you just want to sell Nimble, say for instance, and you don't want to sell the other ones, you can do that. So we're not specific on what you can and cannot sell.
Okay.
Nadav and Dimitri, I know you work on any email platform, so you're not just Microsoft centric. You bring great value to that ecosystem and ability for people to drive revenue. Nadav, I think also, are you just working with O365 or any email?
Any email. I mean, our Modus Cloud, the cloud product, about half of the customers are O365, but I mean, we'll work in front of anything, whether it's G Suite, Exchange on-premise, whether it's IBM, whether it's Zimbra, it really doesn't matter what the mail server or what the platform is.
And then on the G Suite piece, do you also do the continuity pieces there? Is it a scaled down piece as what you offer to Microsoft, or are you doing some other continuity pieces and archiving there as well?
Everything, all of it works, not just the filtering, regardless of what the platform is. On G Suite specifically, the two biggest draws have been the continuity and the encryption. That's what seems to attract customers the most on G Suite.
Sure, exactly. And then I think too, Emmanuel, you really don't care what email anyone's using, or if they're necessarily using Microsoft, as long as it's a Microsoft OS desktop is running, right? Or do you, right?
Exactly. Yes, that's correct. And apart from that, you can also run any other software application on V2 Cloud. So if it can run on your local machine, Windows machine, it can as well run on V2 Cloud.
Okay. And then if someone wanted to run like Linux or anything like that, you're really not locked down to the OS either?
Well, we provide that on demand, so it depends.
Oh, right, exactly.
We look
yeah,
at yeah.
yeah.
So we
You
look
can
at
provide
what
the infrastructure. You can provide the infrastructure for that.
exactly. Yes.
That's what. Okay. Cool. All right,
Okay,
Laura.
just everybody, we have several more questions to go. We try to keep things on time here. If you do need to drop off, we will be sending you the recording and the slide deck. A number of people have asked for that. So if you do need to drop off, please know that we will record till the last questions have been answered. Okay, so thank you for your time. We want to respect that as well. This is a question for Dimitri at SaaSMAX. How difficult is it to set up the program, excuse me, I cannot speak all of a sudden, to roll out to a large corporation of, say, anywhere from 100 to 300 seats?
I know it's going to sound boring, but it's very easy. Yeah, it's the same. It works the same way. So we can, you get a link, you send the link to whoever you want to, try it or be a user. They click on it and they're automatically added to your reseller account.
Okay, and is it user specified or is it a corporate-wide one set of settings?
We can do both, but it's ultimately it's on per user basis. So not the whole company. The whole company does not have to implement it.
Okay, and this is for pretty much I'm going to say Nadav, Dimitri, and Emmanuel. Ryan, I'm not really sure this is for you, but in terms of monitoring, and Nadav, you had mentioned that there is the MSP model. Is there a portal that each of you have that allows the reseller MSP to monitor and manage all of your products?
Yeah, so I mean, our product, it's a SaaS product where it's multi-tenant, so all customers or all partners rather can log in and manage all of their customers there. We also have a direct hook in with ConnectWise Manage. So for MSPs using ConnectWise Manage as their PSA tool, we tie directly into ConnectWise for automated billing, and we're going to be rolling out some additional things like reporting for the executive reports through ConnectWise Manage as well. And we're launching this quarter a MSP dashboard or MSP portal rather that allow MSPs to manage any sort of alerting that they want or monitoring that they want. So if you want to monitor, for example, if messages are getting blocked outbound, it might indicate that one of the users within a customer was compromised, and you'll get an alert on that as well.
So on V2 Cloud, it's pretty simple. On your admin dashboard, you will have access to all the cloud workspaces that you created for your clients, and you will be able to simply sign into those cloud workspaces if they are experiencing any technical issue or if they need your assistance. So you'll be able to do that there, and you'll be able to also manage the billing yourself. This is because we allow you do that on your own. Then there is also the partner portal. And inside the partner portal, that's where you will find every other information regarding the marketing and the sales tools, and of course the support tools that you will need as our partner to help you in selling the product.
Okay, Dimitri.
Sorry, what was the question?
Is there a portal that enables somebody to manage everybody's?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. Nice and simple. Okay, one last question and then we're all done. And this one is actually for you, Clint. People would like to know how they can get some more information about the white label marketplace web stores.
Yeah, great, fantastic. So I don't think we have my email up here, but you can always reach out to me. It's just a double C Gatewood, CC Gatewood. Right there it is. So you can email me on that. You can give us a call as well. We'll also be in touch with you and sending you the information about the recording from there. If you're currently with SaaSMAX, you can talk with your cloud SaaS strategist or our channel success manager, Shauna. So I don't know if you're working with John or McGann or Shauna or me on that here today, but reach out to us and we'll get you set up and get you started on that. So it's really taking off fast. So get your spot today.
Okay, Okay, that's all I have for questions. I want to thank all of you wonderful presenters, the Rhodes Gallery here, for being here with us and explaining all about your products. Ryan, Dimitri, Nadav, Emmanuel, and thanks for bearing with us, and Clint, of course. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us through some technical issues. As you know, it's always live, so it's always a joy and fun to be here with you all. Clint, thanks again for being our host here. Anybody who has any questions?
Thank you for setting everything up, or you've done a great job getting everything put together and herding us cats into one room in an organized, timely manner. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. It's always a joy to be able to do these things. If anybody wants to be connected with Ryan or Dimitri or Nadav or Emmanuel and start getting going forward, Clint's email is right up on the screen. You can always reach out to me as well. And I want to thank everybody. Have a great day, everyone. And, you know, tech happens, so have fun with it. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.